Hello, salibonani, tinokugamchirai makadini henyu. Welcome to yet another exciting and vibrant episode of Agric Connect. My name is Annette Mutetwa, your favorite host, and today I'm here in the thick location of Mufakosi, where we are joined by a farmer who has taken it upon himself to venture into garlic farming. Now, he's not only farming the garlic, but he's also farming it organically. What does it mean to say he's farming it organically? This means this farmer is taking it upon himself to make his production purely natural. No synthetics, no additives, and nothing that will harm or actually bring in synthetic materials into his production. We see the need and the demand for garlic rising since the advent of COVID, where many people took it upon themselves to actually start sourcing this particular product, which had become a health benefit for many going through the dangerous and very prevalent disease of COVID. But even well after the disease of COVID, we continue to see the rise in demand for the particular product of garlic. While garlic production has been taken up by few farmers, we continue to see the need for it rising. But we have very few farmers and players in the current industry that are taking up this current production seriously. As a farmer, this means you have a chance, you have an opportunity to diversify your income, to also add to your income by venturing into garlic production. If you're an onion farmer, garlic happens to be in the same family as onions. This means you already have the know-how on how to grow this particular product. As a crop that requires very little and very minimal in terms of pest incidences, in terms of products that are used to deter and control pests and disease, you have a product that would actually require very little in terms of outputs and inputs that will go into the production of the product. So today, like I said, we are joined by a farmer who has taken it upon himself to go into organic farming. Let's hear more from the farmer on how he's pursuing this project and how he's making it a success that has diversified his income. Mr. Tongofa, makadini henyu?
Ndipo makadini.
Aiwa, tinofara kuti matigamchira nasi mumunda wenyu. We are happy to see a farmer who has taken up organic farming particularly. We are inspired to know and we would like to know, I'm sure the farmers out there would also like to know, kuti, what inspired you to get into organic farming, particularly garlic organic farming?
I was inspired by the fact that organic farming has got its advantages, particularly in the medicinal area. As a pharmacist, I am much interested in plants that can also add value to our health. Over and above, organic garlic farming has got also financial benefits more than the traditional crops that we normally grow. It actually gives more when it comes to yield, and it gives more when it comes to less costs, because we don't apply fertilizers. We only apply organic manure, goat manure, cattle manure, and also some other organic fertilizers that we use.
Thank you very much for that insight, Mr. Tongofa. Now, seeing as you are only using organic means, this means apana synthetics atiri kushandisa, apana synthetic fertilizer on application, apana mishonga iri kushanda imomo. Ndinovimba kuti tine mafarmers kunzoko vasinganzwisisi kuti word rekuti organic rinonyatsa kurevei. Mungatitsanangurirawo in depth the practices that you take up to maintain the practice of organic farming on your garlic crops.
Zvese zvatinoshandisa apa zvinhu zvatinowana ndingati kana pachirungu toti natural. Even pakushakura tinotoshandisa mechanical means, kudzura, kutimba. Even pakuisa fertilizer, tishandisa fertilizers, toshandisa manure edu eng'ombe, manure edu embudzi. Kunyanya embudzi tinomarekomenda kunyanya zvakanyanya. Manure ana huku nokuda kuti dzinonyanya kudya chikafu chechirungu atinyanyi kutomashandisa. Tinoshandisa zvinhu zvazvo nemurakwani, vanozva mirakwani yaya mashizha anowanikwa pasi pemahwe kumisha and so forth. Tinotobva nazvo nemota tichiya tichidira imo munomu. And hatifadziri any mishonga yebundo kana anything. Tinongoshandisa zvinhu
zviri natural. Aiwa, tapanzwisisa baba. Ko pane zvirwere nezvipukanana zvinozowanikwa mumunda panguva yekukura kwecrop yenyu, munozozvigona sei? Kana kuti crop yenyu inozvimirira yega sezvo inenge yatanga naturally sezvamataura izvi?
Zvatinoita chokutanga chatinonyanya kukoshesa kubvisa bundo. Sora rese ndio rinodana zvimwe zvinobhururuka nezvinomhara. tinoda kumeka sure kuti hapana sora rinenge riripo. Tinodawo kushandisa mifudzi yakaita sembudzi yandandichitaura, inenge ichiuyawo nezvinorwisa zvirwere, nekuti mbudzi dzinorya miti yakasiyana siyana, ng'ombe dzinorya miti yakasiyana siyana. Padzinenge itauya nemufudzi iwoyo, mufudzi iwoyo unobva waita kuti mbeu yedu igone kurwisa zvirwere zvakasiyana siyana.
Aiwa, tiri kupanzwisisa. Ndinovimba kuti crop kana yatangawo zvakanaka ndo zvinozoipawo kuti ikure zvakanaka. Mungatiudzawo kuti inotora mazuva mangani kuti isvikewo pakuti ready kuharvesta crop yenyu?
Crop yedu iyi tinotora mwedzi inokwana 5 kuti tigoti hago redu rasvika. Kubva pakudzvara, tinoidzvara iri seed inotoiswa pasi. Pakudzvara kwatinodoita tinotesa about 5 to 10 centimeters muvhu yobuda. Kubva patotanga kudzvara kusvika pakuzoikohwa inenge yatora mwedzi inokwana 5. Patokwanisa kuti tozodhiraya, tokwanisa kuti toweya, tochinda kutengesa. Market yedu takada zvekurima izvi nekuti market yedu yagara inotoripo.
Can you tell us a bit more about the value addition that happens to the product in the field right now?
Ichibuda munomu inodhirayiwa. Yadhirayiwa inoiswa kwainonogaiwa. Powder idzodzo dzoshanda zvakasiyana siyana. Sesu ini ndiri pharmacist, ndina mapharmacies angu andinawo. Ndinotarisira kuti tichavandudza mapharmacy wawo tichinda mukugadzira organic organic medicinal products. Hatichange tichigadzira muno muZimbabwe, hatichangoiti zvokungobudisa zvakadaro.
Aiwa, tiri kuona kurongeka kwazvo baba. Izvezvi takuda kuzivawo kuti yield output yenyu pamunda wenyu wakakura sei, munotarisira gohwo rinenge rakawanda sei pafield yaminayo izvezvi?
Ipo panapa totarisira gohwo rinosvika kana 2 tons kana taramba tichiita zvakanaka, tichifidha.
Finally, we would like to know kuti labor inodiwa pakumaintaina crop iyi kusvikira yasvika 5 months dzayo dzekuti yakuharvestwa inenge yakamira sei?
Panapa panongova nevakomana vaviri vakashanda kubva pakugadzira mibhedha iyoyi. Ndivozve vakadzvara, ndivo vakazesa mifudzi yatatichitaura iya nokushakura. Saka vakomana vaviri vavo nzvimbo ino yose inei vari kuita vachikurira zvakanaka chaizvo. Ende tinotarisira kuti even zvatinowana zvinovabhadhara zvakanaka.
Finally, as a word of advice to some of our farmers out there who are looking to venture into such a production, mungavapawo advice yekuti ichi as we leave this platform?
Inini retired major, I'm a former military man. Ndakaretire kuarmy, ndikaitawo a member of parliament weChivi North constituency kwemakore 10. Ndikatomboitawo deputy minister weYouth Indigenous and Economic Empowerment kwemakore anokwana 5. Ndiri nhengo zvemusangano kuZANU-PF, ndiri secretary weadministration weMasvingo province. Ndakamboita chairperson weCommittee yeYouth and Sports, ndikaita chairperson weCaucus yeParliamentary Caucus. Chandoda kutaura ndechekuti ndaita zvose izvi ndinoona kuti ndadzoka ndaretire, chakandikoshera kudzokera kumunda ndonoshandisa ivhu nemvura kuti ndiwane mari. Handichazoiti munhu unonzi wakaretire ko wakanga achitei aretire. Ndakunzwisa tsitsi, unogona kushanda ukawana mari uchiinda kumunda, ukafamba uchitsvaurawo navamwe unodzidza zvakawanda. Saka ndokurudzira vanhu vose kuti vagone kuuya vachirimawo izvi zvakaita sana garlic, vana turmeric, vana ginger, zvinenge zvine market iripo. Nyika yese tikaita saizvozvo tinobudirira, hatingomiriri kutsvaka mabasa, tinokwanisa kuitawo zvinoita kuti mabasa awanikwe tichiwana mari.
Aiwa, tinotenda baba, that is some very good advice. There you have it, farmers, from a gentleman who is multi-talented, from former seats in the parliament to actually being a former military man and now a full-fledged farmer. It's possible to actually take up this enterprise within the farming sector, and it's also possible to diversify your income and add to it through organic garlic production. We're very happy to have heard from Honorable Major Tongofa himself, who has told us all he has in terms of garlic production. I think it is now up to you to take it up upon yourself to consider garlic farming as something that can be profitable to your income. Join us in the next segment as we delve more into garlic production, and we are joined by a team and a workforce that is here running the grounds of this garlic production. Hello and welcome back to Agric Connect, the show that brings you valuable insights on everything agriculture. We managed to have a word with the actual workers and the farm hands that are running this beautiful production that we see here with us. Let's hear from them so that they share their insights on how they've managed to keep this production as organic as possible.
Ndinobva kuchiredzi ndakasvikawo kuno kuHarare kumufakosi tichiita zvekurima garlic. Takafara chaizvo nechirimwa chatiri kurima chinonzi garlic, uye takaona kuti chine unoita kuti tiwane kubatsirika nekuda kwemari. Saka ndokurudzira tinokurudzira kune vamwe vanoita zvekurima kuti dai magona mawanikwa muchirima chirimwa ichi chinonzi garlic ichi, chinoita kuti tibatsirike uye tese tikwanise kuita zvinoita kuti tive neupenyu hwakanaka. Tichitanga kurima garlic redu iri takatanga marimiro atakatanga kuita. Takatanga kudhiga first. Tibva tagadzira mariji edu. Tichigadzira mariji edu tichibva talevhura kusvika tichibva tatora yatinoti simbi yedu yatobaisa nedu tichisima garlic redu. Takatora simbi inopimiwa neto 10 cm tichibaya 10 cm apati tichisima. Ndingati ndo masimiro atakaita garlic redu pano pamufakosi muHarare. Experience yandaona zvangu pakurima garlic, ndava nemuono wakati kurei, ende nemadzidziro andaona pakurima garlic ndaona zvakati wandei kuti zvinotibatsira chaizvo kuti tikwanise kuwana zvinotibetsera uye tive neruzivo pakurima zvinotipa mari.
Ndakabva kuchiredzi ndichiuya kuno kuHarare ndichiuya kuzoita basa rekurima organic garlic. Takasvika hedu pari paground tikatangidza kudhiga nekukwanisa kugadzira mabhedhi anoita kuti garlic redu ringe rakagara zvakanaka. Tikatanga kupima pamabhedhi edu anga akareba 1 meter, then iro garlic racho takabva tarisima 10 cm apart kuti rikwanise kugarisana rakawanda. Takabva takwanisawo kumaintaina mvura yedu kuti ikwanise kuva inodiridzawo garlic redu rive rine utano hwakasimba hwakanaka. Garlic chirimwa chisingaisiwo fertilizer, chisingadi makemikali akawanda, zvakangobvawo taisawo manyowa nezvimwe zvakadaro zvinoita kuti nemasawdust zvinoita kuti rikwanise kukura mune zvakanaka.
Organic garlic is a high value crop which I believe is very beneficial during this time of climate change. So we have organic garlic, organic ginger and organic turmeric. So in this winter season we have organic garlic, then we rotate it with organic ginger and organic turmeric during the summer season. So on organic garlic, we are using our water efficiently, whereby we have this type of irrigation system, which is the rain shower. So we are not using synthetic fertilizers. We are only using organic matter, which can be cattle or sheep or goat manure. So I want to give an example for someone who wants to venture into a 100 square meter. So on 100 square meter area, what you need is 300 kgs of organic matter. You need 10 kgs of organic seed, organic garlic seed, and then we expect a minimum of 150 kgs. In terms of value, on that very small area, you can attain up to 450 US dollars. So a 100 square meter area is a very small area, which is like just 10 beds with a length of 10 meters and a width of 1 meter. So from here, as you can see, this field is very clean. It's weed free, and our weeding is manual since we mentioned organic. So the key word is organic, which means we are not using any synthetic fertilizer. So this is doable. So my advice to fellow young ladies is let's open our eyes. And this time, some might feel I can't do anything. Some graduated, but they didn't get a chance, an opportunity to work. But this is doable.
The youth in agriculture, the youth in Zimbabwe doing amazing things, doing big things. We just heard from the youth of Zimbabwe who are partaking in this wonderful production of organic garlic farming and the hand that they are giving to actually feed the nation of Zimbabwe through organic garlic farming. Thank you for joining us on this segment. We are about to dive into the deeper parts of organic garlic farming with an expert who is going to join us in the next segment. Hello and welcome back to Agric Connect, your favorite agricultural show that educates the nation on different aspects of agriculture. Today we are here in Mufakosi, where we are touching on organic garlic production. We are joined by Munyaradzi, an expert who is going to tell us a bit more on the expert side of how they have actually managed this beautiful production of organic garlic farming. Hello Munyaradzi, how are you today?
How are you? I'm good. Let me start by introducing organic garlic. We started this project in 2019 after COVID-19 hits the world. This is where we started this project. This project, it's a high valued crop. We started this crop, we introduced it to the farmers in all districts of the country. Then after, we introduced how to grow this crop in Mfakos. This is a high value crop. It's simple. It's grown for consumption, medicinal and industrial use. So this crop is on high demand.
We are keen to know from the expert side of things the actual production and how you have taken it up from the ridges to the planting, to the maintenance and the actual production of the crop to date.
Organic garlic, it's a simple crop. You are not going to use chemicals. You just use goat manure, sheep manure and cattle manure. No chemicals applied on this crop. As you can see, there is no chemical applied to it. So it's simple. So I'm encouraging all farmers to start this project because it's goat manure, sheep manure and management only.
I keep hearing the encouragement of using particularly goat and sheep manure. Do these two types of manure have better value compared to your cow manure or your chicken manure or your horse manure, for example?
Goat manure, you know that a goat is a browser. We get more nutrients from goat manure, then this will result in high yield from goat manure as compared to cattle manure.
I'm sure the farmers are keen to know, in terms of the actual planting process, how many plants can you put into an actual hectare, and how much output and yield can be expected from that certain size of land?
I can say a 10 kg of organic garlic seed can cover up to 100 square meters. 100 square meters, the reward or the yield for 100 square meters is 150 kgs. If you sell at $3 per kg, you got 450, and the price for seed is $11 per kg. So it's more profitable, as I can see. As for per hectare, as I can see, hectare it's 1,000 kgs of seed. You need 1,000 kgs of seed at $11 per kg. That's 11,000. Then minimum yield for that is 15,000 kgs per hectare.
Then moving on to the actual market, can you tell our farmers a bit more about the market and how they can arrive to actually having the actual market ready before they plant?
The market is already there. As you can see, because of the diseases that COVID-19 which hits the country or which hits the world, the demand for organic garlic is very high. As you can see at the market, you could see the organic garlic is going for $5 or $6. If you go to the supermarket, you see the price for organic garlic is rising up to $6 per kg. So I would advise all farmers to grow such a crop because it's a high value crop.
Last but not least, Munyaradzi, I think after the market has received this particular product, we then move on to the issue of value addition. Can you tell us more about what you and your organization are doing to add value to this crop after it leaves the field?
Thank you very much. In each of the districts, we are planning to put milling facilities for the value addition for this. Since I have mentioned that this crop is a high value crop, it's on demand. It can be used on different uses. For example, I said consumption, medicinal and industrial.
Thank you very much, Munyaradzi, for your expert advice and expert insights on organic garlic farming. We do hope that we've inspired some youth out there and some women as well as gentlemen out there to actually take up organic farming as a whole, not just for this particular crop, but for various other crops as well. Seeing as we are going into and leaning more towards organic farming worldwide, it would be very good for this particular insights to be beneficial to people out there to take up organic farming. Thank you for sharing your insights. We are very grateful. As a country of Zimbabwe, we are happy to see that we've got smallholder farmers. Urban and peri-urban areas are taking up organic farming and are taking it very seriously. This gives us another form and another way of income for our youth out there in Zimbabwe. Therefore, I'm reaching out to the youth of Zimbabwe. I hope you are inspired by this particular episode, and I hope you've taken away as much as I have, that you can actually venture into organic farming. Very little is required for you to get into this particular production, and very little is also required for you to maintain and keep this production up. You need a small piece of land as much as the small garden within your home area. Therefore, as a youth in agriculture, I hope we have planted a seed in your mind, and I hope you can grow and nurture this seed of actually taking up organic garlic farming. Thank you for joining us on yet another exciting episode of Agric Connect. My name is Annette Mtetwa, your favorite host, and I hope to see you again in the next episode.